For those of you that has forgotten, this insurgency, this banditry we are facing in Nigeria was what was used to oust Goodluck Jonathan out of office. For those of you that has low reasoning mentality, or you forget so easily, this banditry we are facing now in Nigeria was exactly what was used to oust Goodluck Jonathan out of office, to push him out of office. It was formed during the era of Goodluck Jonathan by the alliance of the Yorubas and the Hausa Fulanis. That is what brought insurgency, what brought banditry to Nigeria. Yes, that is the truth. In a bid to push Goodluck Jonathan out of office. For those of you that has forgotten. Now, listen to this. We brought Fulani bandits from Mali to win election. After election, they refused to leave. APC chieftain Abubakar Kawu Baraje. Now, there are still more of this. If you go online, you see them. People saying that we knew Goodluck Jonathan was working. We know he was working, but we needed to push him out of office. You will see people saying it. So you know that Jonathan was working. You know Nigeria had the best administration as of that time. You know we had the best leadership as of that time. But somehow, maybe because he's coming from the southeast, or because he's an Ijo man or he's an Igbo man, I don't know the one he identifies with, you had to push him out of office. The alliance of Yorubas and Hausa Fulani was what brought banditry, insurgency to Nigeria in a bid to push Goodluck Jonathan out of office. Now, the former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, was made president by the current president of Nigeria. Tinubu made him president. The Yorubas made the former president of Nigeria president. They made him president. And how did they achieve that? Through insurgency, banditry, and propaganda. That is how they achieved it. So for those of you coming online saying whenever we want to unite, because it's only bad news that unites us, whenever Nigeria wants to unite, the Igbos will raise the issue, we will come with the issue of Biafra. Instead of looking for a solution to solve the insurgency, to put an end to the insurgency, we should come and take responsibility for menace you created. We should take responsibility for something you created, for something you built. What do you want us to do? What exactly do you want the Igbos to come and do in this situation? Because your people formed insurgency, you formed banditry. You were the ones that formed this menace we are in now. So we should come and eradicate or cleanse what you formed, so that at the end of the day, you still pin it on us and call it Igbo. The same way you called it Igbo coup, the same way when Mohbad died, the Igbos had to protest, and at the end of the day, they said the Igbos hijacked the protest, that the Igbos burnt cars and all that. So you still want us to get into the picture, so that you still find reason to target the Igbos. We should come and take responsibility of a problem you created. Something is wrong with you. You are mad. So we will not talk about Biafra, we'll talk about your grandfather. We'll talk about your grandfather. We shouldn't talk about Biafra. So you know Nigeria has never been united. You know there has never been any sense of nationalism, patriotism, oneness, and so within the tribes and ethnicities that were forcefully merged together in Nigeria. So you know that. So why do you want us to still keep pretending? Why do you want us to unite at this point? Since that unity has never worked since the creation of Nigeria in 1914 till date, or since the independence of Nigeria from 1960, why do you still want it? We should come and clean the mess you made to push Goodluck Jonathan out of office. Our religious fathers, our daddies, were used as a weapon. Daddy Adeboye, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, staged 1 million man march against Goodluck Jonathan. Our fathers, our religious fathers, was Nigeria not working during Jonathan administration? I'm asking you. How much was dollar? How much was a liter of fuel? How much was petroleum? Was Nigeria not working? Why was our daddies, why was people like Pastor Enoch Adeboye used to stage a protest against Goodluck Jonathan. 1 million man march against Jonathan. Pastor Tunde Bakari, and so many of them. Religious fathers, Yoruba men, people who are part and parcel of the ruling government of APC. Tunde Bakari is one of the founding fathers of APC. Our religious fathers who are supposed to protect our future, they are busy mortgaging it. And when I talk about it, some of you will come on my comment and have something to say. So we should come and clean the mess you made. That you collectively and unanimously made. Just to push Goodluck Jonathan, to push an Igbo man. I don't know if he identifies as an Igbo though. So what do you want us to do? Tell me exactly. What exactly do you want us to do? Clean that mess. You, if you're an Igbo out there, don't go for any protest. Don't engage yourself. Prepare your communities. Get your defense in order to protect your communities and defend your communities. That is all you owe. You're not going to fight insurgency or tackle insurgency because you never created it. Buhari, who made Tinubu, who made Buhari president, is there. He knows how Goodluck Jonathan was pushed out of office. They used banditry and insurgency and propaganda. And Tinubu is right there as the current president of Nigeria. So they should go to him. He should be able to know how to disband whatever they made, however they made it. Yes, if a Yoruba man who is the president of Nigeria cannot save you, who are we? What do we have to contribute? How can we save you? How can we handle the situation? Now, Goodluck brought Ihejirika, Azubike Ihejirika, who was the army chief of staff in Nigeria as of then. And he was actually combating the insecurity. He was really tackling the insurgency. What happened? They wrote to, even he fished out those, both those in the military and all that. He was tackling the insurgency. Since they couldn't continue with it, they have to write to international communities like Amnesty International, ICC and all that Ihejirika was killing innocent civilians. And the Christians in the north supported. They were all clamoring. The Fulanis used them. Even the Muslims in the north, they were used to say, yes, he was killing innocent civilians. We had the issue of Chibok girls in 2014, which, of course, I don't know if there was actually Chibok or just some characters that were put together and paid to play a script. You can ask Obasanjo about this. So at the end of the day, Ihejirika was pushed out of office. Then Amnesty International had a voice. ICC and all these international organizations that were formed or that has been formed to keep Africa down, all of them had a voice during Goodluck Jonathan administration. So right now, they no longer have a voice. They are not seeing the killings going on in Nigeria again. They are not seeing the maiming, the destruction of lives and properties. They are no longer seeing it. But that time, they had a voice. So don't invite us to come for anything. There is nothing we are coming to do. So you formed the problem. You created the problem. Face it yourself. Solve the problem yourself. Don't get us involved. Because at the end of the day, you steeping it on us. So that is just what I have to say.